if you go to Ephesians chapter 6, reading from verse 10 downwards, St. Paul gave us some weapons we can use to fight against principalities and power. The word of God, the helmet of salvation, put on the helmet of salvation. Use the word of God as a lot of weapons. Go to Ephesians 6, 10 down, read from verse 10. Now you see a lot of weapons St. Paul gave us to fight enemy. So she says the Bible is her own weapon because it contains the word of God. And the word of God, according to the Bible, is like a double-edged sword, right? That pierces the soul. So when you speak the word of God to your situation, you see manifestation. Glory to Jesus. Yes, for those joining us, our topic today still remains the Bible, our hotline to God. Hotline. What is hotline? When you have phone number, there are some communication phone line that when you dial, there's immediate response from customer care, for example. If you dial that number, there's emergency response. So we are using that as an illustration to explain how important the Bible is in communicating with God. That whenever you use the word of God in the Bible, in prayer, you get response quickly. So let us answer some of the questions and share most of our experiences. Yes, our daddy has something. Honor to Mary. Yes.
Times of emergency.
Emergency, yes.
When there are critical situations that you need to respond to.
Mm-hmm.
So in this particular case,
yes,
when we are faced with spiritual battles, for example,
okay,
the Bible is a very, very instant hotline.
Yes.
Particularly the book of Psalms.
Okay.
Where you can remind God of His promises. Then you can also invoke certain things like
Yes.
I've used Psalm 7, for example, certain verses of Psalm 7. But behold, the wicked man conceives evil and is pregnant with mischief and brings forth light. He makes a pit, digging it out, and falls into the hole that he has.
Speak into existence.
Yes.
Okay.
His mischief returns upon his own head.
Yes.
And on his own pate, his violence descends.
Yes.
That is the word of God. That is the enemy that is bringing trouble for you. You are quietly pushed back the trouble to him.
Okay.
So invoking the power of the word of God.
Exactly.
So, like I said, most of the time hotlines are used in emergencies, and we as Christians too should know that when we have emergencies, the word of God is our own hotline. Exactly. Glory to Jesus.
Honor to Mary. Yes, especially the Psalms. Quote it back to God. Your words is very strong. The word of God is very strong. When you quote it back to him, remind him of his promises. Now, how can you quote it back to him when you don't know about it? That's why we are emphasizing on reading the Bible. How can you remind God of what he has promised for you when you yourself, you don't know what God has said here? That's why you must meditate on it day and night, as Joshua chapter 1 tells us this morning, that you should meditate on it day and night. In your family prayer, don't neglect studying the Bible. Teach your children how to read Bible. During their birthday celebration, don't buy them any worldly gift. Give them this one first. Let them have a Bible as their own birthday gift. All the other things you give to them, they can spoil, they can be destroyed. Give them the word of God and then let them study day and night, right from the cradle. Yes, the Bible is a hotline to God. Yes, we need more contribution.